Hello everyone, I am a student from Le Qui Don High School, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Today I am very happy and excited to be here as a delegate for a forum, the Aim of Youth of the United Nations. I am very happy to tell you about the portrait of a young person who has fought relentlessly to protect women and girls all over the planet, specifically the 700,000 Syrian children living in refugee camps in Jordan, Lebanon, and other Middle Eastern countries who do not have access to education, will have the equal rights that any child should have, which is the right to go to school, to acquire knowledge, to live a peaceful life, and to decide for themselves their own lives and happiness through education. As a girl of Malala's age, I understand what she has been through and appreciate even more the silent yet great dedication of this strong-willed girl. Because at the time of her assassination by the Taliban, the Pakistani schoolgirl was only 15 years old, yet she became the youngest person to receive the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014 when she publicly opposed the Taliban's ban on girls' education. Not only that, since she was 13 years old, she has been writing a blog for the BBC. After that, she became the co-founder of the Malala Fund, an international non-profit organization that promotes education for children. The most touching is the dream of seeing 57 million children who do not go to school will have access to education and at the same time mobilize and donate 1.4 billion USD for that meaningful activity. Because of all the great contributions to the community, the Medal of Freedom is an award of NCC awarded in Philadelphia, USA, to individuals who have made positive contributions to human freedom. Previously awarded to former President Bill Clinton, former President of South Africa Nelson Mandela, former Prime Minister of Israel Shimon Peres, Secretary General of the United Nations Kofi Annan, and musician, social activist Bono, now continues to call the name of this little girl from Pakistan, Malala Yousafzai. I can share with you the content of the speech at the United Nations of that girl with great determination, will, and beautiful ambition as follows. 1. The system of theses, arguments, reasoning, and evidence in the text. Identification. Argument. 1. Stating the reason and affirming rights from the beginning to the right to go to school. Reasoning plus. Malala Day is not my day, just that they are still fighting. I raise my voice, not for myself, but for all the male and female youths like me. Plus, I raise my voice, not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. Plus, those who have fought for their rights, evidence. Plus, today is the day of every woman, every male and female youth who has raised their voice to protect their rights. Plus, hundreds of human rights activists, hundreds of social workers have spoken up to protect human rights and to achieve other goals for education, peace, and equality. Thousands of people have been killed by terrorists, millions have been injured. Plus, the right to live in peace, the right to be respected, the right to equal access to all opportunities, the right to go to school. Argument 2, cause and reality, continued to all have to face. Reasoning. As the saying goes, the pen is mightier than the sword. The extremists are afraid of books and pens. The power of education frightens them. They are afraid of women. The power of a woman's voice frightens them. Plus, to have education, there must be peace. In many parts of the world, in many different forms, women and children are still suffering so much misery. Plus, poverty, illiteracy, injustice, racism, and the deprivation of basic rights are the main problems that both men and women have to face. Evidence. Plus, and that is why they killed 14 innocent medical students in a recent attack in Quetta. Plus, and that is why they killed so many female teachers and health workers in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Fatah. That is why they destroy schools every day. Plus, in so many other places in this world, especially in Pakistan and Afghanistan, children are still unable to go to school because of terrorism, war, and conflict. Plus, in India, many innocent and poor children are still victims of child labor abuse. In Nigeria, many schools have been destroyed. Plus, the people of Afghanistan for decades have suffered from the barriers of extremism. Girls are exploited for child labor right in their families and are forced into early marriage. Argument 3, the call to action, the rest. Reasoning plus. Dear brothers and sisters, the time has come for us to speak up. So, today, we call on world leaders to change their strategic policies to move towards peace and prosperity. Plus, the global fight against illiteracy, poverty, and terrorism. Evidence. The call to action. Plus, world leaders. Change policies, peace agreements that focus on women and children, pass governments, free education policies for children, fighting against terrorism and violence. Plus, developed nations, expand educational support for developing nations. Plus, communities around the world, be tolerant of prejudices. Plus, sisters, be brave and master the strength within you. Comments. The call to action is highly persuasive. Dear brothers and sisters, for every child to have a bright future, we need schools and education. And if we want to achieve our goal, let's arm ourselves with the weapon of knowledge, and let's protect ourselves with unity and solidarity. Dear brothers and sisters, we must not forget that millions of people are still suffering from poverty, injustice, and illiteracy. We must not forget that millions of children are still out of school. We must not forget that many of our brothers and sisters are still waiting for a bright, peaceful future. So, let us wage a global struggle against illiteracy, poverty, and terrorism, and let us pick up our books and our pens. They are our most powerful weapons. One child, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world. Education is the only solution. Education first. The system of arguments is coherent, simple, and has a wide reach. The sharp words show a high determination to change the world through education. 2. The writer's purpose, attitude, feelings, and the meaning of the title. A. Purpose, attitude, feelings. The text is written to demand the right to education for girls, the right to live in a peaceful and equal country for women and children. 2. The writer's purpose, attitude, feelings, and the meaning of the title. A. Purpose, attitude, feelings. The text is written to demand the right to education for girls, the right to live in a peaceful and equal country for women and children. The author has expressed a fierce, strong attitude along with empathy between people, highlighting the will and purpose of the text. The sharp words show a high determination to change the world through education. B. Meaning of the title. One pen and one book. Small objects, seemingly with no role in life, are placed on par with the phrase, "can change the world." This is an impressive title. What seems impossible has an incredibly great reach. The pen and the book represent the infinite knowledge of humanity. People have the right to be educated and to access education. The title of the work shows us how important the role and mission of learning is in life. The title is significant in conveying a large part of the text's content to the reader and listener. 3. Narrative and descriptive elements in the text. Narrative element. Dear brothers and sisters, once we see darkness, it means we realize how important light is. Once we are silent, it means we realize how important our voice is. Similarly, when we were in the Swat district in northern Pakistan, we saw guns, and then we realized how important pens and books are. Expressive element. I raise my voice, not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. Descriptive element. In India, many innocent and poor children are still victims of child labor abuse. Effect. Clearly recreates the life and current situation of how difficult and miserable people's lives are. Highlights the arguments and evidence. helping the reader and listener to grasp them easily. Helps make the text more appealing and attractive to the reader and listener. Here, I also want to tell you about the very ordinary portrait of a girl from Vietnam, Miss Hen Ni of the Eid ethnic group. According to the village's customs, she will have to get married very early. However, she has resisted the bad custom of studying hard and striving tirelessly for the future. Currently, thanks to her knowledge and talent, she has achieved many outstanding achievements, becoming Miss Vietnam in 2017 and one of the 5 women who won the most prestigious award on the planet in the Award for Beauty, Talent and Intelligence, Top 5 Miss Universe 2018. This has become a great source of inspiration for all girls in the Highlands to nurture the dream of going to school from the example of Miss Hen Ni, instead of having to follow the procedure of getting married and having children at a very young age. It can be said that girls like Malala or Hen Ni were truly brave and determined when choosing a difficult path for themselves, but it was the right choice and nurturing beautiful dreams and aspirations for a better future for the community. They truly lit a fire, even though it was very small in the night, to open up a sky of light in the future for children who were born into adversity. I would like to thank you very much for listening to my story. Goodbye, and see you again.